everyone, happy Tuesday. Okay, let's go ahead and log on to starfall.com. And then once you're on there, go ahead and make your way to our calendar. Okay, and then once you see that play button, go ahead and press play.
Yippee!
It's April 2020.
Let's make a calendar.
Alright, and then go ahead and click that sparkly green arrow once it appears. And we'll do the days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So,
What day of the week is it today?
what day of the week is it today? Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Great job!
Today is Tuesday, April 28th, 2020. Alright, and then go ahead and click that green arrow in the bottom right corner. And now we're going to
Fill in the missing day and date.
fill in the missing day and date. So we just said it was Tuesday, so go ahead and drag Tuesday over. And yesterday was the 27th, which means today is the 28th.
28. Great job!
Alright, and then go ahead and once you get those filled in, click that green arrow in the bottom right corner. And now we can
Mark any special days this month.
mark any special days this month. So I'm going to start with the official holidays as usual. So Wednesday, April 1st, 2020 was April Fool's Day. And that was the day that you hopefully got to do some lighthearted and fun pranks on your family or friends. So I'm going to put a smiley face on Wednesday, April 1st, 2020 because that was April Fool's Day. Alright, now I'm going to jump to that next week and I'm looking at Thursday, April 9th, 2020. That was the Jewish holiday of Passover. So I'm going to go ahead and put a smiley face on Thursday, April 9th, 2020 because that was Passover. Alright, and then Friday, April 10th, 2020 was the Christian holiday of Good Friday. And so I'm going to go ahead and put a smiley face on Friday, April 10th, 2020 because that was Good Friday. And we know that if Good Friday is that Friday, then that must mean on Sunday was another Christian holiday, and this is Easter. So Easter on Sunday, April 12th, 2020. So I'm going to go ahead and put a smiley face on Sunday, April 12th, because that was Easter. Okay, so there's no holidays Easter week. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to the week of starting Monday the 20th. And Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, that was what day? Earth Day. Yeah, that's why there's that lovely picture of the Earth on there. So that was the day, one of my favorite holidays, where you raise awareness about the Earth. So I'm going to put a smiley face on Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, because that was Earth Day. Okay, and then our last official holiday of April was last Friday, April 24th, 2020. Remember that we talked about that was the start of the month-long observance or the month-long celebration of the Muslim holiday of Ramadan. So I'm going to go ahead and put a smiley face on Friday, April 24th because that marks the beginning of Ramadan. Okay. So now I'm going to, let's see. Oh, I will mark, so on Friday, April 10th, 2020, I'm going to put some stars on that day because not only was it Good Friday, but that was also a no school day for us. So I'm putting stars on Friday, April 10th, 2020, because that was no school. And then the other no school day for that weekend was Monday, April 13th, 2020. So we had no school that day also as a travel day for the holiday weekend. So I'm going to put some stars on Monday, April 13th, 2020. All right, and then there is one more day that I would like to recognize this month, and it's a friend's birthday. Okay, so if we look on our calendar from the room, so January, February, March, April. So April 19th, that was our friend Harry's 13th birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of birthday cake on Sunday, April 19th, 2020, because that was Harry's 13th birthday. Okay, so you can continue marking any other special days this month you would like to, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next part of calendar. So I'm going to click that green arrow in the bottom right corner, and now I can
Choose a picture for your calendar.
choose a picture for my calendar. So I think I'm going to pick the boy and the girl walking in the park, because that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go to 1 mile and hopefully go swimming because it's going to be really hot. So this is what my picture, let me lower that brightness so you can see a little better, will look like, but you can pick whichever one you would like. Okay, so once you choose your picture, go ahead and click that green arrow in the bottom right corner, and hooray, we finished calendar. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to Chico weather. So go ahead and type in into Google Chico weather, and then remember, we're only looking at this first bit of information here. Okay, so let's check out our temperatures today. So we want to make sure we have that blue box around temperature here. So it should be blue, and you'll know it's there when you see this array of temperatures throughout the day. And now that I know I'm in the temperature section, I'm going to go ahead and click on Tuesday and make a blue box around Tuesday, because I want to look at Tuesday first, since today is Tuesday. So right here. And so I'm looking at, I'm going to draw it for you. So here's the blue box, and then I see TUE, which is short for Tuesday. And then I see our weather picture, which is just a big yellow sun. And then I see two temperatures. So I see 93 degrees and 65 degrees. So if you have your blue box around Tuesday, it should look like this. So imagine this is a blue box, and then TUE, short for Tuesday, the type of weather we're going to have, and then our two temperature variations. So one's going to be our highest temperature, the other one's going to be our lowest temperature. So will 93 degrees or 65 degrees be our highest temperature today? Or which one is closer to 100? So if you said 93 degrees, you are correct. So let's check out on our scale where 93 is. And I know it's going to be up at the top because the very top number is 100, and 93 is very close to 100. So here's 90, here's 95. I know it's going to be in between 90 and 95. So I'm going to go to 90 and count up 3. So 91, 92, 93. And we are in that hot temperature range. So it will be hot today. Okay, so since 93 degrees is our highest temperature, or expected highest temperature of the day, that means that 65 degrees is our expected lowest temperature today. So let's check out where that falls. So here is 60, and 65 is easy to find because it's right in the middle here and marked for us. So 65 is in that cool temperature range. So it will be a cool temperature, most likely later on tonight. Alright, so since we looked at our temperatures, let's talk about this weather picture here. Do you remember what type of weather, if this is, it just shows a picture of the sun, what type of weather that means that we're going to have today? So if you said sunny, you're correct. So yeah, it's going to be sunny and 93, which means it's going to be really hot, which is why I'm going swimming today. Okay. So now that we've looked at our temperature, let's go ahead and click on the precipitation, the precipitation, and it's that middle rectangle here. So we did temperature, precipitation is what we're on now, where my mouse is. And you'll know you're on there when you see that blue line, and our blue line looks very similar to how it has been looking. So it looks like this. So do we remember what it means if we have a stable or steady blue line? What are our chances of rain today? So to answer that question, we're going to go ahead and look up here above our rectangles where it says precipitation, and we're going to look at that percentage that's right next to the word. So precipitation, 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 and 0%. So 0%, that's what that steady blue line usually tells us. So that means that it is not likely to rain or have any other type of weather today, other than that sunny weather. Alright, so let's go ahead and now click on our wind, and we'll check out our average wind speeds for today. So we want to make sure that our wind box is clicked on now, and you'll know you're there once you see those arrows that point in the different directions with your different wind speeds. And I'm going to look up at that top part where we just looked at the precipitation. So it says precipitation, humidity, and wind. So W-I-N-D, wind. And I see 8 mph. So it says WIND, so wind, 8 miles per hour. So our average wind speed today will be about 8 miles per hour. And I'm looking outside and I see the leaves dancing kind of somewhat, but not too crazy, which makes sense because 8 miles per hour isn't that big of a wind speed and won't make too much of an effect, which it would be nice to get some wind to break up this heat, but that's alright. Maybe we'll get some tomorrow. Okay. So now that we have looked at our temperature, our precipitation, and our wind, let's go ahead and click on tomorrow. So tomorrow's Wednesday. So let's see, make that blue box around tomorrow. So Wednesday here. And we're going to see what our highest temperature will be tomorrow so that we can compare and contrast today and tomorrow. So I see a box around Wednesday, and then WED, which is short for Wednesday, and then the type of weather that we will have tomorrow. This looks very similar to what we've been seeing for most of April. It's that sun with the two clouds partly covering it. And then we have our two temperatures underneath. So I see 87 degrees and 60 degrees. So here we go. If your blue box is around Wednesday, WED, Wednesday, and then this is the weather picture, the type of weather. And then we're only going to look at our highest temperature for tomorrow. So, will 87 degrees or 60 degrees be our highest temperature for tomorrow? So, if you said 87 degrees, you are correct. So let's take a look at where on our temperature scale it's going to feel like tomorrow. So, we have, here's 80. And here's 85, so I know that 87 is between 85 and 90. So I'm going to go up 2 more from 85, because 85 plus 2 is 87. So 86, 87. And we are in the warm temperature range, almost in that hot temperature range, but not quite. So tomorrow will be a high of 87. And then, now my question for you is, what type of weather will we have tomorrow? So what does this picture usually tell us? This is the most common picture we've seen this entire month. So if you said partly cloudy, you are correct. So tomorrow will be partly cloudy, which will be nice if it's going to be in that warm temperature range, because hopefully that'll break up some of the heat. Okay, so now if we were in our classroom, we would write on the board our comparisons between today. So today is a high of 93 degrees and sunny. And tomorrow will be a high of 87 degrees and partly cloudy. So here it is. We have today a high of 93 and sunny. Tomorrow a high of 87 and partly cloudy. So we are in for some heat this week, it looks like. All right. That concludes all we're going to do for weather today, but you can go ahead and continue on working on some weather stuff if you would like. But I am going to move on now to our social story. And so yesterday we talked about winning and what it means to be a good winner when we're playing games. And so today we're going to follow up with what losing is and what it means to be a good loser. So, a social story for losing. Sometimes my friend and I play games. We play games outside and inside, at home and at school. Some games are competitive. That means they have a winner and a loser. When I lose a game, it means someone else did better at the game than I did. Maybe they answered more questions correctly, maybe they scored more points, or maybe they were faster. When I lose a game, I have many different feelings. Sometimes when I lose a game, I feel sad. When I feel sad, my body feels like I might start crying. I might feel smaller or weaker than I usually feel, or I might feel hot and shaky. When I feel sad because of losing, it helps to say to myself, I lost this time, but next time I might win. It helps to say, I feel sad. I can say this out loud or to myself. When I feel sad because of losing, it helps to picture something that makes me feel peaceful or happy. It helps to think about someone I love who loves me back. Sometimes when I lose a game, I feel angry. When I feel angry, I feel red and hot. My hands turn into fists and I feel like punching or shouting. If I feel angry because of losing, it helps to take a deep breath in and out and count to 10. It helps to squeeze a fidget or a ball to get some of my anger out. If I feel angry because of losing, I can say, I feel really angry right now. If I say that to an adult, they can help me feel better. When I lose a game, it means that someone else won. I can say, good game to that person. I can find out if they would like to play again. So, I think this is a good follow-up to yesterday's story because we're not going to win all the time when we're playing games. So it's good to know how, when we do lose, the best way to handle that. So this made some good points. So when we lose, that usually means that someone else did better than us, and that can cause a lot of different feelings. It can make you feel sad, it can make you feel angry, but there are some strategies that you can do when you feel those things so that you don't overreact to losing a game. So when you feel sad, it helps to acknowledge that and say that you feel sad. And you don't have to say it to anyone else, you can say it to yourself, or if you'd like, you can say it to someone else. But you can remember that you lost this time. That doesn't mean that you're going to lose next time. And then when you feel angry, it helps to do some of our calming sensory things. So a lot of us know when we get angry in the classroom, we take a break. So taking a break would be a great thing. Taking some deep breaths, counting to 10 like it says on our story here. You can squeeze a fidget or punch something safe like a pillow or a punching bag. But or you can just, sometimes it helps to just say, I feel this way right now, and get it out. And then that helps us kind of step back and calm ourselves down and get back to where we can be a better loser to a game. So, and then another key important thing that they talked about in this social story was what you can say to the person who did win the game. Even though, you might be frustrated or sad or feeling, you don't have to be rude or mean toward the person who won because you're feeling a certain way. You can instead say, good game, and then maybe replay them and see if you can win the next time. So I hope this helps give some strategies for in the future for when we lose a game, because it's bound to happen. We're not always going to win, and that's okay. You don't always have to win. Winning is not the most important thing in the world, I promise you. So I will put, as usual, this social story in our Google Slides with some pictures, so it'll be a nice little Google Slide story for you. But you can go, and I'll post it on our Google Classroom, and you can check it out if you want to. But other than that, this is going to be the end of our morning meeting. I have not decided if we're going to start a new theme or whether we're just going to have a couple different topics of social stories, but I will have some type of social story for you tomorrow. And it will be not related to playing games. So I'm going to go ahead and say bye for now, but I hope that I see, it's 10:38 right now, so I hope that I see a lot of you for our Zoom session in about 20 minutes, because I would love to see and chat with you all. But if not, don't worry, we have another one on Thursday at 11. So if you missed today's at 11, you can come join us on Thursday at 11 and say hi to us teachers and your classmates. All right, everyone. I hope that you all have a beautiful day. Hopefully get some time outside. If you do, don't forget your sunscreen because it's going to be really sunny and hot, and I don't want you to get some sunburn. But I will see you all hopefully in a little bit, but if not, tomorrow. So have a great Tuesday.